Yes, all right, we are here. Morning, ladies, morning stretch. We are out of clubhouse and we are in the stretch house. So, this is what we are going to do today. We're going to stand quite wide. In fact, we're going to stand very wide. Hip mobilization from the very beginning. And we're going to go down as low as you can. So what I'm going to try and do is go as low as I can, which is the lowest I've ever been. And I'm going to put my elbows on the floor. If I can't do that, I'm going to put my hands on the floor. We're going to go real deep, right down. So this is the standing V stretch. So my legs are now extending. So those of you that have been on that split class, you should do very well here. I cannot. Oh yes. So the elbows are down. So we are going to remain in this split position. This is the V stretch because we look like a V, inverted V. And we are going to hold that stretch. Going to hold it for another 10 seconds. Adductors, so the inside of the thigh, that's where you are feeling this. And what's known as the psoas, P-S-O-A-S, psoas. Awesome. And then we are going to get into another type of fold. So bring your feet in. And this one is about you going right down until you touch your toes. That's kind of what you're aiming for. Grab your toes. So if you can't do it with a straight leg, then bend your knees. But as you bend your knees and you've grabbed your toes, try to straighten your leg. Keep your back as neutral and as natural as you feel that it is. And you're holding that stretch. So once again, we're going from adductors to the hamstring and to the glute. And while you are there, still holding your toes, we're going to squat down. So I've got to widen my feet a bit more and we're going to squat down whilst holding your toes. So squat down while holding your toes. And we're going to hold that stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to come up. You're going to come up. And this is called the squat to stand. So we're going to squat again. Go right down. And you're going to hook your fingers underneath your toes. We're going to squat. And we're going to hold that squat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to stand. So it's the squat to stand. So we're all standing now. So now we're going to go back down and we're going to squat for the third time. As you go down every time, you're going to feel a little bit more flexible. You're going to allow yourself to get a little bit more deeper. Feel those hips opening up, tightening up, opening up the lower back. 3, 2, 1. We're going to stand up again. And now that we're all standing, we're going to go back down again. For the fourth time, we're going to do this 5 times. Hopefully you would have felt a little bit more stretched every single time you've gone down. And we're holding it for 3, 2, 1. And we come up. And we're going to go down for the last time. So we go right down. We hold our toes. Flexing our hips. And 3, 2, 1. And we're standing up. And now from that, we are going to get into a lunge. So I'm going to go a bit of a side. So wide lunge now. Wide lunge. Go right down in the knee. So the kneeling knee should be on the floor. And it's going to be directly underneath or behind your leading foot. So you've got to be in line with yourselves. And then from that lunge, you're going to raise your hands up. And your palms are going to be facing to the ceiling. Palms to the ceiling. Or you can interlock them. So for me, it's better that I'm interlocking. So one palm is facing my head one palm is facing the floor. I feel more comfortable that way. So with that, my left knee now is the one that's bent in front of me. So I'm going to lean to my left. So whatever leg you've got in front of you, lean to the side, on the same side as that leg. And get that oblique, get that lat stretch. Get the oblique and the lat stretch. And from there, we're going to change legs. Change your legs. So kneeling on the other side and get your knee directly in line with the forward foot. And raise your hands up and again interlock. So one palm facing the ceiling, one palm facing the floor. Or if you can face both palms to the ceiling, then that is all good. And then you lean. Lean to the same side as the bent leg. And just breathe as normal. Breathe as normal. And then we relax that. And I would like you to remain kneeling, but now on both knees. And I want you to go into what's called a self-hug. So, self-love, self-hug. So just put one arm across your body and gently press the arm into your body and hug. Hug yourselves. You're stretching the rear shoulder. You get a little bit of a squeeze on the chest. If it's just too painful, then just ease back and just stretch. Hug. Hug yourselves. One arm hug. And then the other side, we're going to stretch. And we're going to hold that stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now what I would like you to do is once again get on your knees. Well, one knee. Lunge. And from that, now that you've got the wide stance, you're going to lay one hand up and you're going to stretch out. So very similar to the stretch that we had, the lunge that we had. And now you're going into what's called a Samson stretch. I guess because it signifies strength. So by holding yourself in this position, you are signifying strength. So this one's a little bit different because you should have a deeper lunge right now, really deep lunge. And obviously now it's not two arms, it's one arm. And this is my own variation. So I liked it, adapted it, and changed it. Added to it. So we're going to now let the arm down and change legs and go real wide. Go real wide. Go real wide. And then one arm comes right over. The other hand, it can touch the floor, so you're balancing yourself. Stretch it out. Just hold that stretch, hold that stretch. And relax that stretch, relax. And what we're going to get into now is, can you get on all your fours? So, can you see me? Yeah, so all your fours like this, right? So what we're going to go into now is what's called a scap mobilization. So scapular mobilization. I think it's best if I go this way. So what we do now, we're on all our fours and we just push our chest, bring our chest to the ground so that our shoulders, our scapula is now stretched, protruded back. So our arms are slightly bent. We're just pushing our chest down. And from there, we're going to then come up and round our back, much like a cow stretch. But we're going to do it in a flow. So once you reach the top, you wait 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and then you go down to the bottom. Go down to the bottom, just sink your chest to the ground without over flexing your elbows. hold that for about 3 seconds, and then go up. So if anyone is with me, I'm now in the cow stretch, and I'm holding it for 3, 2, 1, and now I'm bringing myself down, and my chest now is sunk. I'm going to hold that for 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to bring myself up for the cow stretch, and that'll be 3, 2, 2, and then I go down. Go down, I sink the chest, and that'll be 3, 2, 3, and then I go one more time up into the cow stretch, 3, 2, 4, go right back down again, sink that chest into the ground, and 3, 2, 4. So what I'd like you to do now is, as you're in the kneeling position, just go into like a little mini lunge, nothing deep, nothing deep, nothing deep like the ones before. So just put your knee on the ground, put one hand on the floor, and then that one hand on the floor, lean your elbow as far down as you can, so that the elbow is right beside your foot. It's going to be challenging, it will probably hurt. Just ease into it. Go as low as you can with the elbow. If you cannot touch the elbow to the ground, get your leg a little bit more wider out, and then just sink into the floor at an angle. And we're going to try and hold that for 3, 2, 1, and now we're going to go into a twist. So leave the arm where it is, and we're going to go in what's called a T opener. So T hip opener. So we're going to open up our hips. You should be pushing your bent leg with the arm. You should be pushing it out. T hip opener. You're going to feel it in a lot more places than just your hip. And we're going to relax that and just change legs now. So get one foot out and gently bring your elbow down. Man, if you can get your elbow on the floor, you are so flexible. Damn. And once you are there, we're going to now push the leg, out so that we're twisting. Push the leg out so we're twisting. Awesome. Keep that twist. Brilliant. And 3, 2, 1. And as you are, where you are, leave your foot where you are and just lean into your thigh. So get your chest on the thigh. Bring your trailing leg a bit more closer to you, and then lean forward. So go with your leg, keep your chest on the leg, and then lean forward. So your knee is protruding out of your toe. So forward from your toe, and keep your heel flush to the floor. And now you're going into ankle mobilization. So once you've reached the top, come back, keep your chest on the thigh, put your hand on the ankle, feel the mobilization on the ankle, go all the way back until you feel the foot being pressured to lift off, but don't allow it to get lifted. And then once you're there, mobilize forward. So I'm going to give you a countdown from 10 seconds. And what you should be doing is just mobilizing, moving back and forth. Nice, controlled form. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I'd like you to change your legs and then put your chest on your thigh, grab hold of your ankle, and then protrude your leading knee forward, past your toe, holding your ankle, keeping your heel firmly on the floor, keeping your chest on the thigh, keeping your back neutral, keeping the trailing leg nice and comfortable, and then come back. So get mobilization. And then I'm going to give you a countdown from 10. and just keep on moving back and forth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay. What I would like you to do now is stay knelt, put your hand on the hips, one leg, whichever leg it's going to be, outstretch it. And now you're going to get another adductor. And your arm is going to go up, and you're going to lean over. Lean over. And we're going to hold that. And we're going to change. So get the other leg spread out. Get the adductor stretched. Keep the elbow on the other side of your body, so keep it stabilized. And raise the arm up. The arm that is the same side as the extended leg. And then you're going to side bend. You're going to side bend. Side bend. Awesome. Good work. Great work. Okay, super. Because you are kneeling, we are going to get on all fours again. All fours again. And hopefully you're used to this one. I've done it a few times now. We're going to thread the needle. So one arm gets released and then it gets thread between the arm and the body. And you put your arm flush to the floor and then your head goes down. Your palm can do whatever it wants. Your palm can be facing the rear. It can be facing the ceiling. It can do whatever it wants. Just make sure that you are now leaning on your shoulder and you can feel that little bit of a stretch on the rear shoulder, the one that you're leaning on. If you can't, then bring your shoulder back and lean into it a bit more higher. So get your head higher, obviously, than the shoulder, but protrude it out and you'll feel a deeper stretch. And don't forget the hand that is now supporting you. You can actually flex at the elbow to make this movement a little bit more tighter, a little bit more flexible. So just by collapsing that elbow. And we're going to hold that stretch for 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to get on all our fours again. And we're going to thread the needle the other side. Thread the needle the other side. And we're going to stretch that rear shoulder. So not very much like the self-hug, but on the same lines, on the same level. So again, if you want to get a bit more flexed, then just collapse the elbow a bit more and sink into the movement. And we're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back on all our fours. What I would like you to do now is lie down with your thighs gently attaching to the floor. Keep your head up, and now you have transitioned into a cobra stretch. Smooth, slick is what you is. Well done, ladies and gents, well done. Hold that. Nice, tight lower back. Really squeeze that lower back. And then the abdomen will open up. Those hip flexors will open up. It will prime you for a superb 10,000 step walk that you will do after this. Prime you up. Right, from there, again, slick transition. We go into the cat stretch. So, widen your knees slightly and let's go stretching. Cat-like. Open up them lats. Awesome. And from there, Bring your hands in, bring your hands in, bring your hands in. Widen, widen, widen your knees. And now you go into the frog stretch. Everything is slick. Proper timed. So if anyone's got to go, then you got to go. I'm going to stay a bit longer because I come a bit late, so forgive me. So we still got a bit to go. So we're just going to be holding this frog stretch for a while. I won't be offended if you go. And then we're now going to lie down. Lie down all the way. Lie down. And I would like you to outstretch your hands like this. And I want you to turn your head any side that you want. Any side that you want. And from that, I want you to lean the opposite side. Lean the opposite side. Lean as far as you can so that you are getting a deep chest stretch. Now you may not be feeling it as much now, so what I would like you to do is wear the same side as your head is turned, the hand. Just bring it in so that your elbow is now positioned 90-degree angle and start pushing yourself up. And that way, your neck is going to elevate and you're going to get a deep shoulder and chest stretch. But you have to keep the arm extended, the one that is on the floor. Keep that extended. And this is a chest stretch. And we're going to hold that stretch for 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go flat again, go T flat, change, rotate your neck. Again, lean the opposite side. And if that stretch is not good enough, then bring your hand closer to your head and push yourself away and get a deep chest stretch. Deep chest stretch. And then from there, just remain on the floor. So keep your hands either side of your body so that you're supporting yourself. And then raise one leg and bend that leg and fold that leg. So we go into a scorpion stretch. Go as far as you can, nice and deep. You should be feeling the hips open up, the obliques open up, your chest, your rib cage, all of that, all on one side. And also the other side where your hand is firmly placed on the floor supporting you up, you can feel tightness in your bicep, in your shoulder, and in your chest. That is all purposeful, meaningful. And we hold that for 3, 2, 1, and we then lift the leg up, bend the knee, and then come over. Come over, scorpion stretch. And again, the same applies. The hip is going to open up, the obliques, the abdomen, the rib cage. So feel that area full of air. Deep breaths. And you're feeling the other side where the hand is supporting your body, the bicep, the shoulder, the chest. Quite the stretch. And what I'd like you to do now is just gently bring your legs down flat, and you're going to be kneeling now. Kneeling. And what we're going to do is bring the arm up, press the elbow down, push that elbow down so you're getting a tricep stretch. You're still all here, thank you. And from here, we're going to take a deep breath in. So I'm going to count from 3 seconds down. Take that deep breath in, and we're going to hold that breath for 5 seconds. And then when we expel the breath, we're going to push the elbow down and lean a little bit to the side. So 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Hold the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Expel the breath. Push the elbow down and lean. Yes. Awesome. Forgive me if my voice is animated. I know it's supposed to be soothing and calming. Just like it when you're doing it with sync. Nice. Right. And then push the elbow down again. Get it nice and tight. And 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath. Hold that breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then stretch as you're pushing that elbow down a bit more. Awesome. And now, take a seat. Just take a seat. And we're going to get into the butterfly. So I'm going to be more of an angle because if I open up my legs in front of you, it's a bit rude. So what we're going to do now is put one hand back, then the other hand back like that, and then pull your knees. So self-pull your knees down so that your hips are opening up. So a little bit of elevation on your glute. And that is going to be an awesome hip stretch with adductor. And we're going to hold that. And with your knees both still positioned to the floor, then tilt your body and don't allow the knee to come too far up. Tilt your body, tilt your hips. So where your waist meets the hips, tilt it, pelvic tilt, but on the other side. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. Even though I butchered it. Just twist. Keep your elbow and keep your knees down. And then from there, move to the other side. Try and keep your knee down. Try and keep your knee down, unlike me. It's got to be hard, concentrate. And we relax that. We relax that. So what I'd like you to do is just straighten your legs out. Keep your body upright. And then reach down, reach down, reach down as far as you can. And as far as you go, just stay there. Just stay there. And we're going to take deep breaths in. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. 3, 2, 1. 4 seconds in. And 4 seconds out. Every time you breathe out, try and go a little bit more forward. And then 4 seconds in. And then 4 seconds out. Always try and protrude a little bit lower. 4 seconds in. And then 4 seconds out. Try and get a little bit lower. And one last time. 4 seconds in. And then 4 seconds out. And now, hopefully, you've moved around a foot further than you was in the beginning. That is the power of the breathing, power of the hold, power of the stretch. And then we relax, and we slowly make our way up. And we stretch out. And that was the morning stretch. Welcome and thank you for being in the Stretch Club.